Hello. Thanks for dropping in. Today, it rained a lot here. A lot. So, I didn't get much done outside, but what I did do is little by little by little, is I started going through the movie clips that I had captured and basically splitting them apart scene by scene, or what I figure is scene by scene, so that then I can show a scene and describe it, or maybe do a little bit before the scene and a little bit after the scene. I haven't decided, but I am. This is of the movie called Hide and Seek, which was done by the CBC back in 1983, and I did most of the programming. Actually, pretty much anything you see on the screen that is done on a PET, I did. The Commodore 64 stuff was done by a fellow who I'm sure is quite brilliant, but he didn't know the machines, and it's funny how there are certain stereotypes. For example, the main character in this um, movie, of course, looks like a nerd and has glasses because that's what all computer people do. Um, and there are other stereotypes, kind of mildly, in this sort of movie. Um, anyway, we'll talk about more of them as the scenes happen. So, it is a work in progress, and yes, this is one of the reasons I assembled this vast room. I'm still not finished sorting out the lighting and the placement of things and everything. But as I said, today mostly I tinkered with um, the files and trimming each scene and also remembering things. I'll jot things down so that I don't forget things as I record. Um, but once it's all done, it'll kind of be like one of those things you get on a DVD, like the deleted scenes. It's like, it's not the director because I was not the director. But there are some things that I put in there, and it's funny, they never really paid much attention to what I put on the screen. Um, but I followed the script, but in some things I just had to do my own thing, as you will see. So soon, I suspect the first episode of the first scene will be done, and I'll make it go live, and I look forward to your comments and criticisms and witticisms and anything else that you have to say about what you think about how it went. And yeah, I never thought that some almost 40 years later that I would be thinking back to those days long ago and seeing many of the people I went to school with who were extras in the production in the classroom. And I think I may have mentioned this, including my twin brother. But he picked a bad spot to sit, and he's only really seen one time walking through. Anyway, so things are happening, and I have to check the mail. I got a couple more Commodore manuals. Do I really need? No, not really. But I do, when I take the family portrait, want to, as they say, fill the frame and not have any really dead space. Although, neutral space is not a bad thing. But books, manuals, things, stuff, it's all good. So I should check the mail and continue to fill the frame, as they say, and pick the frame. Back here, I still have, wait for it. Oh, uh-oh, things are falling. Things are falling. Aha! I have my camera with its wide angle lens. And this is what I think I'm going to use to do this. Want to see the wide angle. It's kind of, I don't think it would be classified specifically as like a fisheye lens, but it's pretty big. I've had this a long time, and have I really used it that much? No, not really. Should I have got it? Looking back on it, no, not really. But if it ends up being vital to this project, it will have been worth it. So I think I will set that down over here this time. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. I just want to make sure it's not in the spot that Penny might come along and say, "Oh, look, something to knock over." And funny as I look at this frame that I picked here, if you look just up here over my shoulder, you'll see these funny looking things. And indeed, those are the heat sinks off of something. I wonder if anybody can tell me what they are from. Anyway, thanks for coming. Stay tuned. Much more to go in this room before it starts to be disassembled. And yes, I'm using my microphone. I put it on my hat. We'll see how that comes out. One of the things I've been doing when I edited videos is I've always been pumping up the volume because, of course, without a microphone, you know, the sound only does what it does. And I try and speak up, but still sometimes the distance it's just not great. So when I've been doing the editing, I have not been pumping up the volume because I think that with a microphone here, and right now the phone is pretty close anyway, I think it would have been fine without it. But once again, it's all part of the experimentation. Because life is an endless experiment. But anyway, thanks for coming. Stay tuned. Bye for now. Shaboom.